In this tutorial video, we're going to show you how to import an AAF file. Now, this file contains all of the dialogue tracks and temporary music and sound effects that were in the video editing system, in this case, Adobe Premiere. And we're going to bring that stuff now into Nuendo along with the reference video, and you'll be able to watch the whole movie together at once. So this is how to import an AAF file. To begin with, here we have the AAF file right here, and we have its associated audio files here in a folder. This is what's called a referenced AAF, which means we have the entire audio file here, not just a small portion of it. Like here is a large file or a relatively long file from the Zoom recorder that we were using on the set from track 3. And it's going to have more than just what's edited on screen. This is going to be very helpful when you start getting into dialogue editing and having to do fades and move things around and maybe use some ambience from the set to finish the audio for the movie. Okay, so once we go into Nuendo, I have a user-defined button here to import an AAF file. So I'm just going to hit that there. And now we get this import AAF window right here. So I'm going to choose the AAF file from that same directory. And then you get another window to set the project folder. If you've already prepared your Nuendo project with the movie and the reference audio and everything, then you can go to that same project folder and set that as the project folder for the AAF file. And that way they'll all be together in one place. I'm going to open that AAF file. Then I get some import options here. Now here are all the tracks from Premiere. So I'm going to select all those tracks. You can see the time code is 23.98, which is the same thing as 24p. And it's 48K. Everything is the way it should be. Hit OK. Now you're going to see this window right here, Import AAF. And it's going to take a little time here. It's looking at all the data and starting to create all of the tracks that were in the AAF file. Now it's creating the Nuendo equivalent of those tracks with all the edits in the same place as what we had in Premiere. So now once that's done, you're going to get this window that is going to resolve missing files. In this case, these were some rendered fades files that we really don't need anyhow. So I'm going to close that. And now you can see we have a Nuendo project with a whole bunch of tracks in it. I'm going to zoom so we can see all the individual tracks like that. And I'm also going to crank up the waveforms here. So you can see Nuendo is drawing waveforms. And it's calculating all the waveforms for these audio tracks that have just been imported. So now you can actually play this file and hear some of the raw audio from the AAF.
And I'll have you transferred to another company.
You just don't get it, Erica.
I do get it. I know that you love writing music.
So now, if you see here, we have 3 different tracks for all of the dialogue. In most of the cases on the set, we had a shotgun mic, and then we had lavaliers on the characters. So there's usually 3 tracks, 1 shotgun and 2 lavs most of the time. But this changes scene to scene. So part of your job now is to go through all of these tracks and pick the best sounding microphone for the scene, for the character, for the line. That's part of the dialogue editing process. But that's the end of this tutorial. We opened the AAF, we resolved any missing files, and now we have a project that we can actually play from beginning to end along with the reference video. So we'll have more tutorials coming on dialogue editing and going through these tracks as you work your way through the movie project.